Hey. Let me bring in Jasmine.
Hello.
So I'm Mark, obviously as usual, and
I'm Jasmine, of course.
of course. So this is our 82nd episode of the year.
Dang, 82nd. No, total, not of the year.
No, not the book, like not including the book club, like separate, like.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, yeah. 82nd episodes in total, but yeah, we're bringing in two in one weekend. Episode 81 and episode 82. So the video of 81 already dropped today. The audio comes out tomorrow, and this one will come out a day or two later. The audio, but going live, why not? And
exactly.
So this is our official final episode of 2021. It's going to be the best of. We've got some guests on board. So before we bring those guests on board, though, Jasmine, do you want to tell them about spoilers and all that shit?
Yeah. Okay. So we know that Spider-Man just came out. Spider-Man No Way Home just came out yesterday, officially in the U.S. We promise we are not spoiling Spider-Man No Way Home on this episode. Okay. Now, the episode that we dropped, episode 81, that dropped yesterday for video, tomorrow for audio, that will have spoilers, but we are not spoiling Spider-Man. Anything else, though, that we consider best of for this year, we are probably going to have a little bit of spoilers, but we are not spoiling Spider-Man. So if you have not seen Spider-Man yet, please stay with us. We promise we are not ruining that movie for you.
100%. Right, okay. So we're going to start bringing our guests in. We've got a few people in to join us, and bring in, first of all, Amir, the Magic Man.
Oh, I'm number one. What's going on?
Yeah, number one with a bullet.
How's it going?
So it's going to be a bit of a theme here. We've all got beards except for Jasmine. So
yes, no, I'm clean. I just shaved it all off earlier this morning. So
maybe Jasmine could do like at the end the best beard on the panel. All right, next up is Fable from the Bad Batch.
Station. How's it going?
But obviously, no show would be complete though without the Magic Man's right hand man's probably. That's why I was putting it.
There he is.
Look at that face.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, can we have like entrance music? I always wanted to be a wrestler and have entrance music. I wanted it to be "Shimmy Shimmy Ya" by ODB.
Can you not? Can you sing yourself? Can you do your own music?
Do I? Oh, I used to back in the day. I don't do that anymore.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't dabble in those activities anymore. You know?
Drop a beat.
Oh no, I'm good.
Right, and our last guest of the evening is Big Herb.
Station, everyone. What's going on? Happy holidays.
Full house. All right.
Nice.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Yes.
Yes.
So
happy holidays.
Before we get into
So exciting.
TM's out there, Station Man. Thanks for joining. And we've got the Brothers in Armchairs podcast as well from Hawaii.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh.
Aloha.
Aloha indeed.
Hey man, my birthplace, man. Shout out to you guys, man. The imports, man.
Before we get started, though, go around the room a little bit. Like Amir and Kay, you run a podcast together. Do you want to quickly just tell everyone a little bit about it and where you guys are?
Yeah, sure. I'm in Texas now, but we started this whole thing in Jersey. Kay's been on what now? Like, I want to say like 70 episodes now or something like that. It feels like
a little something.
Yeah, we're getting close.
You've been on it more than you haven't been on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, more than I was previously. Yeah,
that's a fact. But we review comic books, music. And we, kind of chop it up about the movies and the TV shows and stuff like that, and just give our opinions and our feels on those things. We're not experts; we're just big fans of all that stuff, man. So
yeah, I try to give my ignorant takes as possible on on pop culture.
Love it. So yeah, man, that's what we do. That's what we do every Thursday. You can check us out, Audio First Podcast on pretty much all the major platforms. We're converted to the YouTube thing, so bear with us on that while we continue to build that part. But yeah, you guys can definitely check us out every Thursday.
Awesome, man. And so you've been on before. Actually, you came on mid-year with us. We kind of did a bit of a best of and midway point, but this is obviously the best of final best of.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. Yeah, man.
Big Herb,
Thank you guys for having us again, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no worries, man.
I'm glad we didn't stink up the joint last time. You guys were like, I don't want to talk to those guys anymore. They suck.
Look, man, after the last time you were here, we did have to clean up a little bit, but it was all right, man.
Yeah. We left breadcrumbs all over the place. You know? That's what the Ciabatta boys do.
Too much ciabatta.
Hey, all right, Big Herb, you want to tell us about your channel?
Yes, Big Herm Collectibles. I started off with this channel. I should have been more ready for this part, but you know,
you need to have a think about it and come back to us.
No, I'm good. Big Herm Collectibles. We do comic books. We do pop figures and all like that, and pop culture mostly. With my man Fable over there, who's got his own thing, but I let him talk about his thing when we get to him. We part of this group. Everybody knows about the PCP Army Bad Batch. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
So we like to have fun. I'm currently relaunching a show on Wednesday called Let's Talk About It Remastered. And Fable, my man Fable, that's across from me right now. He and Missing Link, Steph, we're starting a new show. This Whiplash Wednesday. We have a thing called Whiplash Wednesday, where a lot of us from the PCP Army Bad Batch, that's what they call the Bad Batch, you know, just like Star Wars. We have the PCP Army Bad Batch, and we just a bunch of us creators who love comic books, love pop figure, love movies, love everything you guys do here in this podcast. We kind of do almost the same thing, not as good as you guys, but we try. But so that's pretty much what we do. Anybody on the YouTubes, Big Herb Collectibles is where you can find us. And I leave more of our show to Fable because we do have a Sunday show, but I let Fable talk about that one because that's his baby too. I mean, it's all our show, but you know.
Yeah, I can tell you guys. I can tell you're from Hawaii, man. I hear it.
Fable, do you want to tell us about yours? The best show on Instagram.
Yeah, man. Fable, host of Blame Fable Tonight with Missing Link and Big Herm. Basically, we do an IG show every Sunday night at 6 p.m. We talk about pop culture news. We talk about we do like a movie segment. So we pick out a movie and we all watch it and we give our thoughts on it. And then we close the night out with our hauls for the week. Whatever we picked up, toys, comics, whatever you call it. We bring it on, we show it off. And that's basically part of this whole PCP Army Bad Batch network that we're trying to start up. And we're soon starting a new show with the same cast, Big Herm, Missing Link, and me. Doing the same thing, but on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. with Big Herm hosting, of course. Been doing that for about a year or so. So it's been good.
Nice.
Amazing.
That's fun. Yeah.
As we're doing the best of 2021, Fable, who's been your favorite guest?
Say that again.
Don't answer.
I said as it's the best of 2021. I was going to say who's your best guest of 2021?
Oh, well, that's easy, Mark. I mean, who else can I say when I've been put in the corner but Mark Brassington?
That was
smooth. Gotta have jokes, right?
Absolutely.
Anyway, so we'll kick off with the first topic, the best comic of 2021.
Dun dun dun.
I brought out actually the last issue of it as a miniseries for me, but I won't go first. I want to hear what Amir thinks. Amir, what was your best comic of 2021?
It kind of came out halfway through 2021, but I've been loving it ever since. I'm loving I Am Batman by John Ridley, man. Such a dope story. John Ridley is an incredible writer. So you're not feeling it?
No,
I'm laughing at a comment.
There's a comment. This is a sausage fest in here.
Strap into the sausage fest.
Hey, it is what it is.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez.
Anyway, Amir,
I know, right?
let Amir get back on track.
Yeah. I am Batman. John Ridley. He's been like building this story up for a little while now. He started like Future State Batman, and then he went to the next Batman and everything. But I think this part of his story is probably the best so far. The story is just coming together. You know, Jace Fox is now Batman in this storyline, and he's not dealing with like Batman's villains. Like he's dealing with some new street level guys, some mobsters and gangsters and stuff like that. But what I'm really excited about is the fact that it's going to be Jace and the Fox family are going to be moving to New York. So yeah, it's not going to be in Gotham anymore. Like it's going to be completely separate from what Bruce Wayne is doing and what Joshua Williamson is going to be doing with Batman over there. So I'm loving it, man. It's been a dope story so far. So, and John really can write his ass off. So,
Is anyone else reading Iron Batman?
I've been reading it, but I'm a little bit behind a few issues. I am enjoying it too. It's pretty good, nice, different story, but it's a good story.
Yeah.
And I'm digging it too. I'm not gonna say too much because, like I said, I'm like 2 or 3 issues behind it. But I'm also enjoying it though. I can't wait to catch up on that one.
Yeah, it's on issue 4 now, so you're not too far behind.
Oh,
I'm not on that as well. But I did love the Future State with the next Batman. I thought those were pretty cool.
Yeah,
I did pick up the first issue of Iron Batman. I haven't carried it on, but I did love the art and everything.
Oh man, the art is crazy, man.
Oh man, the coloring in that Future State Batman book was so good. Oh man.
I will say that he's been blessed to work with some really dope artists on all 3 of those stories. So yeah, I think the guy that's doing the artwork now is like Steven Segovia or something like that. Beast. So yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about the series, the Future State series before that, where like it was more telling his origin story within like what 4 or 5 issues.
Yeah,
right. It took a little while for him to get into the suit, but I think that was the point of that particular series, so they could launch this I Am Batman series. So I'm digging it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I quite like that I Am Batman. I'm behind like Herm there, so I'm probably going to go back and catch up, like backlogging it as Fable says. Right, man. Like, let's actually move on to Herm. Herm, what's your best comic of 2021?
Man, that's like really hard, and then I had like all day to think about it, and I was just like, I know I'm gonna forget one, but since it's a series, Stray Dogs is one of my favorite. You know.
Oh my God, Stray Dogs was surprisingly good, right?
Yeah. With Trish Forstner as the artist. I keep forgetting the writer. I'm sorry.
Tony Fleet.
There you go, Tony Fleet. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tony.
He was on our show.
I should have remembered that, right? But Trish, we were in a show. Me and Fable, TM was in a show with Trish. So
Trish,
I guess, so she's an awesome person, and I'm glad I was able to actually be on a show with her, and I actually liked the damn thing, you know. So so like
it was before she blew up too.
Yeah,
before the comic book took off, she was just like pitching it and trying to shill it a little bit, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna check it out. We love that kind of thing, like a Don Bluth style murder mystery kind of thing. So awesome.
It was just like every issue, like you like the first issue, it starts off nice in the beginning, and then at the end it's like, oh my god, god.
Yes, exactly.
Every issue.
Exactly.
What I love about it though, the art is so deceptive of what the story is. It's like, like if you just flick through it, you'd be like, man, this is a kid's book. But no, don't let your kids book. Not let your kids read this book. Like,
that's always fun.
But it was also fun, all of the variant covers that they did for like all of these classic horror movie throwbacks. Like one of my favorites was Scream. But they also did stuff like Silence of the Lambs and like The Exorcist. Yeah, like
what company was it for? What company?
Image.
It was
Image.
Boom.
Image. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I got the trade of that actually. I didn't buy the single issues because they went for crazy money.
They went for big chibata.
It's worth a trade though. Read the trade. It's really
good.
I read the trade. Yeah, trade's amazing.
Yeah. But Tony also, the writer also said that it was always meant to be just a miniseries. So they have like a spin-off story that's coming out, I think early next year. And he promised, because I asked him when we interviewed him, he promised that there's going to be redemption for one of the characters that was very upsetting what happened to that character.
Yeah.
So they do have like a second part coming out at the beginning of next year. But oh yeah, Stray Dogs, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Herm. I like that one.
Thank you. I mean, there's not many comics that you read and you're like, no, like it's like you're watching a video, like you're watching it on TV, you know? It's like, don't do that.
Yes.
What about you, Kay? What was your best of 2021?
Man, my favorites. Being that like I haven't read much new stuff that really came out this year. Except the milestone stuff. That's where I'm at, and those are basically one of the few things in my pull list. So I'm going with that. If I had to pick one out of there, I would probably say Hardware. Hardware has always been like a favorite of mine. So yeah, I'm not really straying away from that.
I've not read any of that milestone stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
Shame on you, man. You're missing out on some good stuff.
Pretty good stuff.
This has become the Blame Fable show again, hasn't it? make me spend more money, Kay. No.
Isn't that the name of the game?
Yeah. But then that's why you have a best of show, like to get kind of like this. You know, I haven't got enough free time, so hearing like other people's opinions.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do know when because it's only like 5 issues for those. Like there are mini series as well, like each season for the milestone stuff. So I mean, they are going to be doing trades at the end of it. So you know, if you can't find the floppies, you need to wait a little bit. You can wait and get those trades when you can.
Yeah.
It's always worth it to get a trade anyway, man. You always get some type of like extra art, some type of extra insight on what you're reading. You know, you always get like kind of like liner notes, I guess, and the creators get to, add a little bit more to it. It's always fun,
I know you guys are quite big fans of that milestone stuff. Like, I know you guys like come back and bought like back issues and stuff like that. So
yeah, man. I got I was going through a box today that was under my bed, man, and I had a bunch of stuff in there that I forgot about.
Hold on, wait a minute. Is this a story that you can tell? Because usually when people have boxes under their beds, man, it ain't no good stuff. It ain't PG.
All the stuff that's under. Nah, man, you'll find signed books under my bed. You'll find first appearances of things you didn't even know of people that were in TV shows.
K got a gold mine under that bed with those.
Yeah, man. I can't if I was to go through it, I can pull out signatures from people that it's just I don't know, man. I sleep on like thousands of dollars worth of things in my head, so
It's always nice to say that you sleep on something that's thousands of dollars. So,
right.
Nice way to end the night.
No, look, like I could tell him, like Amir could tell you. Like the other day, I texted him. I was like, is that the swordsman that's on Hawkeye? I was like, that's the swordsman, right? And he's like, yeah, I think it is. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I have the first appearance right under my bed. And it was like that with, what was the dude from Shang Chi, from the Shang Chi movie? Death Dealer or something? Yeah. I was like, wait, what was the first appearance of that? I was like, I think I have it. And it was right under my bed. And no, sir, I am not hiding naughty covers. Under my bed.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kay, you got
I don't know if you know this, but porn is free on the internet. You know what I mean?
This is a family show, guys. Come on.
Yeah, man. I'm hearing about Sausage Fest.
What's going on in the comments right now?
Hey, we're talking about comics
and movies,
What kind of show is this? On that note, Flavor will take it away.
This was really tough, like Big Herm said. So many good books this year. I had a real crisis to choose one or the other. I was going to go with Immortal Hulk because Immortal Hulk ended this year, and I thought Immortal Hulk was just a fantastic story from start to finish from Al Ewing. But I'm not going with that. I'm going to go with Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil.
Ooh. Man, I'm surprised that's not Amir's pick.
I know, right?
I'm literally backlogged that. I've got the whole run. I haven't read a single issue.
Man, I can't wait. You gotta talk to
I'm off over Christmas. I promise you.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! For a treat, man. I'm jealous.
I will somehow I will have to hide. I have kids. They're loud.
Oh man, you're gonna love it.
But,
You're gonna love it.
By the end of the day, I'm always so tired. But no, go on, tell us a bit more about Daredevil.
No, it's just been a really interesting book. In the beginning, which I think was 2018 or 2019. 2019, I think, or 2020, something like that. In the beginning, it was just like this cool little character study for Daredevil and Kingpin. You know, they were both going through certain things, and it was awesome to see Kingpin's behind the scenes stuff and Daredevil, what he was going through. But then this year, it took a dramatic turn, which really, really cool, is where they made Elektra Daredevil. And her journey trying to live by what she thinks Matt Murdock would want has been amazing. It's been really good. And I can't say enough about Marco Cicchetto. His art is incredible. The way he draws Elektra is phenomenal. And yeah, you know, they introduced a new character, a little sidekick for Elektra. And, you know, a real cool dynamic that she's like super rich now. You know, she's a billionaire. So she's like a female Batman, basically. And she's got her own Robin. And
Hell yeah.
So. Yeah, man.
She's getting her own little miniseries from the Devil's Reign.
Yeah, and then, you know, getting into Devil's Reign, which is, I haven't read it yet, but I cannot
I just read
wait.
issue 1 today.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, I've been kind of interested in getting that one.
Yeah, solid cast of characters. Bullseye just was in the last few issues. Bullseye's a maniac. It was awesome. So
yeah, Bullseye always been awesome. So
yeah, absolutely. And it ties into other things in the Marvel universe. I mean, they bring in the Ravencroft stuff, which, you know, I don't know if people like the Ravencroft stuff, but it's in there, you know. It's not, people talk about Marvel and their continuity. They cross over quite a bit this year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ravencroft,
Daredevil.
is that what was in that New Mutants movie?
I ain't even watched that.
Venom. Ravencroft
Venom.
Venom.
At
Okay.
the beginning of Venom, yeah.
I swear Ravencroft was in something else as well, but I can't forget now what it was. But it was definitely in Venom. That's where a Shriek was, in the Ravencroft Institute.
Okay, yeah, well, because I was getting the institutes confused. I can't remember the name of the institute from New Mutants.
No, I haven't seen New Mutants.
It is terrible. It's terrible.
I think that's a Marvel movie we'd all forget.
No.
I'll watch it one day, when I'm drunk or something.
That's probably the only way worth watching it.
Anyway, Jasmine, have you got a favorite comic of this year?
Yeah, okay. So I didn't read too much, so I don't have a best, but I have my favorite comic of this year, and that is Wonder Girl. The introduction of Yara Flor has been so much fun. And then to have Joelle Jones drawing it, I love Joelle Jones's work. I love a lot of the stuff that she does. So I have really, really, really just been enjoying this whole new like personality coming into the Wonder Woman universe, and it's just been so fun to read.
Is Jones writing it too, or
I think so.
She's writing it too. Yeah, I know she does double duty a lot.
Yeah,
I've only picked up the first issue, but the art is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she is all, because I think like in some of the later issues, she's just listed as the writer, but for sure, she did the Future State Wonder Woman, and then she got Wonder Girl, and then she got the lead on the Wonder Girl series. So it's been so much fun, like the just kind of going back and like bringing in like that Greek mythology, fighting Cerberus, going to the underworld, like a lot of the stuff that you don't really see in comics too much, but like stuff that we all had to learn in school at some point, like, you know, paying the boatmen to get across the river. Oh man, it's just been so much fun to read Wonder Girl.
Yeah, I'm all for, you know, fiery Latinas getting work.
I love fiery women in general. Like.
Yeah,
me too. It's like I'm a quiet dude, you know, so you know, like, you know, who's gonna tell the waiter that I ordered mashed potatoes? You know? Not me.
Oh my god!
I can handle that bit. Like. TM's been enjoying Wonder Girl as well by the look of it.
Yeah, that Future State story was dope.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
I gotta go.
I actually read pretty much all of Future State. I have to say, I spent a lot of money in January.
Yeah, the prices for Future State books was crazy though. Some of them.
Yeah, $8.99
for
for
Future
one of
State
those double
Batman.
issues.
Yeah, Future State Batman was crazy. I'm like, what are we doing here?
All right, okay, my favorite. I've got it here. The U.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love, honestly, like I had to really think about this. I'll be honest, I've kind of slimmed down my reading as well. But I love this mini. It came out in August, 5 issues in. It's an abusive relationship on another level. Like it kind of starts off as romance and then it escalates horribly. So like, and by the end of it, you still don't know what was in the dark. Like you still don't know. I have no answers for who this person was in the dark, but it was just a really intriguing story. And it was the first 3 issues were like really slow, and then suddenly issue 4 is like where chaos breaks. And like, have you guys been reading this too?
No, I haven't picked that up.
No.
Am I the only one? Honestly,
I read it.
You
read it.
read it.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, Scott Young's art as well in this book is just phenomenal. Like
He's a beast.
I've not really like read much of Scotty's stuff, but this
it's really good, man. It's really
Yeah.
good. It would have been my. It wasn't for Stray Dog. That would have been my top. My top
Honestly,
list.
yeah.
Yeah, because I just you see what's coming when you start reading them, and you're like, oh no, she's screwed. Get out of there now. Get out of there now. You know.
But you can see like the slow manipulation of him, like
little by little.
Little by little, it's chipping away.
Yeah, she wants to get out of the house, and he's like, no, you don't want to do this. You want to draw again. No, just draw again. Leave the curtains closed all the time, so it's dark in there all the time. In the middle, I was like, no way, get out of there. You know.
And that's the thing. Like, obviously, real life, we know that there's monsters out there. Well, they're not monsters; they're real people, but they're monsters. Like, and this actually is a monster.
Yeah.
And he's slowly manipulating her into staying in the house, and honestly, it was quite a psychological thing, but. By the time the book ends, I'm like, I want to know more. It's a really good story. Honestly, I would really recommend it. Scotty's art is amazing, but just the story is just so creepy. So.
That sounds like something I might pick up and trade.
Yeah.
I've
been getting real picky with my floppies, man. So
yeah,
I mean, this is I honestly like I'm trying to cut back on the minis so I could collect them. But I actually kept this going because I was like, this is so good. I can't wait for the trade. Sometimes you can't trade weight, and this is not one of them. So.
Fair enough. I ain't mad at you for that one, brother.
It's a quick read too. It's a quick read. It's a quick read, a good quick read though. It's it's a lot of fun.
I think if you were to pick this up in trade, you probably could read it in half an hour. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that.
So.
But then you want to reread it because it's that good.
The TM, it's really been enjoying Scotty Young's writing between You and Me, Love in the Dark, and I've not read Middle West. And,
I heard Middle West was really good.
Yeah, I've not. So I probably would check that out. That actually, to be honest, reading this did make me think of what else has Scotty been behind. So, right, let's move on to best TV show of the year.
Oh man.
It's been a hard choice. It's been a lot.
This was super hard.
I forgot that I watched this show until like I saw it on someone else's list, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that one. That's the one."
Well, I think with that build up, Jasmine can go first.
There you go.
Well, okay, just my favorite. I didn't watch too much, so my favorite that I did watch was Squid Game.
Oh, I've not seen Squid Game.
That show, like. Pardon my French, but that show was so fucked up. But it was fantastic. It was so fantastic. Yes. The cast was phenomenal. The storyline itself was really great. Toward the end, like I didn't quite see the end coming. Like by episode 6, I was like bawling my eyes out, like, oh no, my second favorite character then got the bullet. And then like by the end, I was like, you son of a bitch. How could you? So it was an emotional roller coaster watching Squid Game. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I still gotta check that out too.
Yeah, me too. I just feel like social media ruined it. You know? Everybody was watching it, and just spoiling it.
Well, I'm trying not to spoil it, but
it's spoiled already. You can spoil it.
It's really good. It's heavy. Like it really kind of makes you think.
I actually don't know anything about what happens. I know it's about kids' games turned violent or something, but I don't know.
Oh, that is the least of your issues.
I'll try and watch that.
Yeah, a lot of people gave it crap because Netflix underpaid for all of the dubs, and so all of the dub versions are really, really awful. So if you do watch it, I would suggest watching it in Korean with the subtitles.
Fair enough.
So I gotta watch. So I gotta watch and read. Got it.
Double your money there,
Yeah, right.
Did you?
I wait for Boom to make the comic. Then, yeah.
Did you guys watch Squid Game, Fable? Because
oh yeah, I was waiting till you got to me.
No, I just wondered if you guys had watched Squid Game. Oh, is that your best of? Oh, okay,
That's my best.
Fable.
Yeah,
go on,
absolutely. I agree with Jasmine 100%. I haven't seen much either, so maybe there's something better out there. But the best TV show I've watched this year is absolutely Squid Game.
Mm-hmm.
Squid Game is phenomenal. If you're into Korean cinema, things like Old Boy.
Oh my God, Old Boy and the fight sequences and Old Boy.
If you're into that kind of thing, and I've been a big proponent of Korean cinema because I think those guys, for me, there's a lack of originality in today's pop culture, right? It's a lot of rehashing, a lot of remastering, redoing, things like that. And I think the Korean cinema, they're really doing original stories, really doing original pieces, and this is one of them. Squid Games is just so phenomenally acted, so well shot, and the story is gut-wrenching. I definitely would recommend anybody see Squid Game, and I'm probably in the minority on this, but I think the dub is fine. I saw it in English dub, and I got all the points and all the heart, moments came through for me. The voice acting did not ruin it for me, but either way, top show for sure. And I understand why people didn't watch it because just so many people were just talking about it at the same time. But
it's also not for everybody. It's really violent.
Oh yeah, it's super violent.
It's very violent.
It's gratuitous, but not gratuitous, right? Every death is in service of the feeling they're trying to give you.
Right.
Right. It's just not like, look at this guy getting shot in the head. Look at how his blood.
It's not like everywhere. The Boys, where you're driving through a whale. You're like,
it's like somebody gets shot in the head, and you're like,
great scene.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh my God. Great show, guys. Definitely recommend Squid Game. 100%, Jasmine. I'm with you.
You've given me something else to do over Christmas now. Amir, what was your best show of 2020?
Well, I didn't watch Squid Game, so I'm pretty sure that probably would have been my pick if I watched it. But the show that had me every episode, what the hell? At the end of every episode was True Story, Kevin Hart's show series on Netflix, True Story, with Wesley Snipes. Nice. This is probably the first time this year that I was on Facebook, yo, this is a must watch. Me and my fiance, man, we binged it. After I watched the first episode, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stop because she needs to watch this too because this is crazy. And then by the time you get to the end of it, it's the plot twist and it just completely flips on you, and you're just left there what the hell? Kevin Hart did a great job. He's pretty much playing himself. So it's kind of like Richard Pryor's JoJo Dancer. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie before, where it's kind of like his life story, but it's got some extra stuff added on there. So it's kind of like playing himself, but him and Wesley Snipes did a great job with this series. It was completely unexpected. I really wasn't gonna watch it until I heard him saying what it was kind of about. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. But that first episode hooked me in, and I did not leave the bedroom. Once we got past episode 2, I'm like, I think we're going to be here all day. Let me go get some snacks and stuff. But it was really good. It was really, really good, man. I appreciate that show on Netflix. So that was my
check that out. I never even heard of that one.
It came out. I want to say it's only been out maybe a month, maybe. It's very new. It's very new. So But yeah,
when you said Wesley Snipes, I peeked up like, what? Wesley Snipes. I love him.
Anything with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, he's in the series. He's Kevin Hart's older brother. So they're brothers in it. So it's dope. It's super dope.
What about you, Kay?
My favorite would have to be Wu-Tang American Saga.
Ooh.
Now, I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan, so second season was this year, and I think it was the best season, that like the best thing I saw on TV, because I kept wanting more and more of it, and just watching them create, one of the greatest hip hop albums ever with 36 Chambers. So it was dope to see. I was having fun watching it. Love seeing them recreate things, especially ODB and the live performances, and man, it just touched my little hip hop heart, man.
I think that might be the first show since like maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier that we covered like every week.
Yeah,
on the podcast. So
yeah,
it's definitely worth it.
There's two of those, right? Or am I crazy?
Yeah,
they're like two different ones. No, but like two different Wu-Tang shows.
No. It's the same show, but it's season 2. So the first season was kind of more about RZA and him kind of getting the putting the pieces together for the Wu-Tang, where this season was kind of a little bit more of that, but this time finally putting the pieces together and actually forming Wu-Tang, and kind of what he went through to do that. And all those episodes were fantastic. I mean, if you haven't watched it, don't even worry about season 1. Just watch the recap and you'll be fine. Season 2 is where it's at.
I agree. You might be talking about of Mics and Men too, the documentary.
Yeah, that's probably what you're thinking of.
That might be the other one that you're talking about. I think
the one you guys are talking about has Dave East in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dave East is playing Method Man. So.
Right.
I might have to check this out. Like, it sounds good.
It was really good.
There's always too much to watch, Anyway, Big Herm, go on. What's your favorite show of the year?
See, I'm in the boat with like Fable. I'm backlogged on a lot of shows, but I do watch the MCU shows and all that. So pretty much my favorites are gonna be MCU kind of stuff, especially since it was the first one back between the whole hiatus where everything happened in 2020. That's a blur to me. I don't remember anything that happened that year. I don't even know that year ever happened. It was like
oh yeah, you're going through the blip. You're going through the blip.
Exactly.
I don't remember what happened yesterday, man.
You blipping every day.
I'm blipping all day long.
So I thought it was a lot of pressure on the show, but coming back, maybe the hype or the nostalgia for me. But WandaVision is my favorite show of the year. I love how it started. A lot of people, it started slow, but it had to start like that, with the honeymooners type show. You know what I mean? They were doing everything. You saw the single beds in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Back in the day, somehow they didn't sleep in the same bed.
Right. Ricardo.
Yeah. Then you see them move on to Mary Tyler Moore and Brady Bunch, kind of move on, and then the color comes in, and I enjoy that whole thing. Then you start trying to figure out what's going on, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Mephisto," and it wasn't Mephisto, guys. It wasn't him. Well,
it was Agatha all along.
Agatha all along, exactly. Exactly.
And we all thought. I just remember we all thought we was getting the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
There's so much speculation.
I just thought everybody was putting so much weight into this one show that was
we were all starved for content.
That's what it was.
We haven't had a Marvel thing in a year.
Yeah, that's what it was. We just wanted them to
were
overload
desperate.
us.
Facts. We were specking on every episode.
Yeah, we wanted everything. We wanted the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
we wanted Marvel out there. People thought Blue Marvel was going to show up. Like, damn.
Kay was rifling under his bed trying to find every first appearance.
I was digging under my bed.
He was under his bed.
I got it, right? I got it.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it as it progressed. You saw the interest of Monica Rambeau, so I was kind of happy with that. You know what I mean? I was, we got the Agita character and all that. So I was just like, it was just great for me. Elizabeth Olsen was awesome in that whole series. Him and Paul Bettany, whatever his name is, Vision. the chemistry they got is so awesome. I enjoy the whole thing and the heartbreak of it. And I mean, I'm here trying not to spoiler, even though a lot of people probably saw it already. But
people saw that one.
Yeah, you can spoil that one, bro.
It was March.
Yeah, they ain't seen it by
They
now.
haven't seen it now. Forget it.
Everybody was hungry to see that show, right? So yeah, but the whole battle between Vision and her, and then the whole heartbreak, and she had to give that up and everything up because he trapped the whole town. You know what I mean?
Right.
Selfishly and all that. So and now it sets up for future movies, which I'll keep it there.
Yeah,
but I'll say no spoilers. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'll say this, man. That show got me angry, man, because you know what? It drove up the price on West Coast Avengers back issues. Like, come on, man. That's the only thing that pissed me off about that show. Them dollar books went up to $100 books, man. Because the West Coast, who reads West Coast Avengers?
Yeah, I couldn't go back and get those neither. I was like, I'm planning on buying that soon, and then when this show came out, I was like, oh, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying?
See, you know what? Before the show, I was like, man, you know, I was kind of interested in what, like, reading West Coast Avengers, because I like reading like off kilter brand stuff like that, man. And nope, they just ruined that for me.
It was a wrap.
It was a wrap for that.
But that was another show me and Kay talked about. Like every week, man, we were tuned in for sure after that.
It was so different from anything that we had gotten before. Like it was a way that Marvel presented it that they hadn't done before. And I think that the only reason that it worked is because A, everybody was so starved for content. But B, like just putting it out there first, because originally Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to be released first, but they pushed WandaVision up because it was the closest to being finished when the pandemic hit. And I think that was the best thing that they could have done, because it flipped everybody's expectations on what these Marvel shows would be like. And I think that's kind of really what helped WandaVision like solidify itself up there in one of those top spots.
I believe that's what it set the tone for those shows for sure.
Yeah,
it definitely did. It made them must watch. It brought us all back, man, without the theater. You know?
And it got Disney Plus that big ciabatta.
Man.
Literally, like that show every week, it was like, what is going on? I think it's like you're kind of enjoying the show, but also there's like the speculation. You know, I think kind of like, you know, the water cooler type chat. You know, if you'd have been in an office, like I can imagine every day coming in going, "Did you watch WandaVision last night?" Like, honestly, it was kind of like, for me, it's not as big as Lost, but like it was like had that buzz about it, like you know, that whole like what's going on, and then they kept throwing you off with like bringing in Fox's was it Quicksilver and stuff like that.
Oh
that whole trope.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's the X-Men. I was like, it's the X-Men coming. I was like, honestly, I was like, what is going on? And then when you get Agatha, I was like, oh.
Yeah, she was great, man.
She was great, but I just was disappointed. I was more hyped for something else.
So did anybody buy the song off iTunes?
Listen, man, that song got nominated for a Golden Globe. All right, don't be hating on Agatha all along.
I
didn't buy it.
I loved it.
Loved it.
All right, I'll finish off this segment by telling you on my favorite show. It's too complex to try and detail it.
I hope it's not that cop show, because that was a really the one from the mid-year episode that we did.
In the Line of Duty.
There you go.
No, do you know what? Mid-year, I love the Line of Duty. Man, I forgot about that. I binge watched like 6 seasons in like 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That freaking killed me. That show. Like honestly, I was like staying up till like 3 a.m. every night to get through that. Like, and somehow trying to work next day. Like honestly, it was. In the Line of Duty, it was so addictive. No, it's not Line of Duty. I've not.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna throw you off. It's an Apple TV show. So.
I know. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. I'm watching it too.
Foundation.
No, not that one.
Okay, so Foundation is based off a book by Isaac. What's it called? What's that sci-fi writer?
Asimov.
Yeah, Asimov. Yeah. Honestly, the cast in this is like outstanding. So, I mean, the main, you recognize a lot of people in here, but there's also a serious amount of unknown actors and actresses in here. One of the main guys, I have it written down here, Jared Harris. He's in loads of things like The Crown and stuff like that. And he's in that show Expanse that you love, Jasmine.
The Expanse, fantastic, so good.
So the Foundation is real high level concept sci-fi. So it's kind of set over, I want to say like 50 years. You kind of start the first two episodes started, at the same point, and then episode 3 kind of jumps forward like over the 10 or 20-year period, and it kind of catches up. And some characters are in the early episodes are also in it later, and they've got this real sophisticated society, and they've got this leadership of these different planets by essentially one person, and they've created this clone who is like the perfect replica of himself, and it's been like this for like 300 years. So this one man decided that he was going to be a dictator forever. Obviously, he couldn't live forever, so he keeps. They have a clone where they clone himself, but they have 3 clones at the same time, so they have different ages, and they don't even use like real names. They have like Brother Day, Brother Night, Brother Dusk, and stuff like that. So it's really sort of difficult to describe. So basically, they've got this whole society, which is essentially a dictatorship. And then you've got this other side where Jared Harris, who plays Harry Seldon, he's kind of created this other society that kind of want to take, I wouldn't say take down necessarily, but kind of disrupt what's been in place for the last 300 years. But honestly, the sci-fi part of it is so good and so intriguing. Like I say, it's a really difficult show to describe, but I binge watched a lot of this, and I didn't see anyone really talking about it, but it just really pulled me in. So I love high concept sci-fi. So I would say, and it's not slow. There's some episodes are slow, but I would say that every episode something happens, and I think it's quite a big cast, and how they juggle it is done really well. So I think I wouldn't say like Heroes, but you know how Heroes kind of jumped around a little bit. It has that kind of feel about it. So I would definitely recommend this to anyone who's looking for like high concept sci-fi.
Dope. I thought you were going to say the morning show.
Oh no, I've not seen
that. That shit pulled me in, man. That shit pulled me in.
Oh, do you watch the morning show?
Yeah, I just finished season 2.
Listen, man, they did Goo dirty on the morning show. That's all I gotta say about that.
Talk about it.
That's all I gotta say about that. They did my girl dirty. I can't believe they did that.
Craziness. But yeah, that sounds like a dope show too. Now, because like now I'm starting to dive into some of this Apple TV stuff. So yeah, I'm starting to hear some noise. There's some dope shows over there. So I'm like, all right, let me see what else they got in here. So I'm definitely gonna check that one out too.
Yeah, Foundation. Honestly, I'd recommend. Yeah. So, okay, best animated TV show of 2021.
Everybody say it on 3.
Right? Is there any other choice?
I feel like one show will probably come up above others. But
I know mine's going to be different than everyone else's.
Yeah, I remember you like anime stuff, right?
Yeah. Maybe we should let the anime girl go first.
Okay, but I have one question. So we said best of 2021. Like, could it have started in 2020 and finished in 2021, or did it need to start in 2021? Because I have 2 different answers.
I would say just if it's running in this year, let's go for it.
Okay, well, it finished up in March. But my pick for best animated show is Jujutsu Kaisen. It was so good. It was so much fun. The story was really kind of heartfelt and had a lot of room to grow. The fight sequences were freaking fantastic. And it's one of the rare shows where both the sub and the dub are equally as entertaining. Both casts are really, really great. And just a lot of the jokes that they make are ridiculously funny and kind of universal. Like, Jennifer Lawrence was a big running theme throughout that entire series. And it's kind of like, why the hell would these guys ever be obsessed with Jennifer Lawrence? But hey, there you go. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen gets my pick. So
I did watch that, and we reviewed the whole of season 1 on this show. Like, I think we did it like September time or something, didn't we?
What's it on? What streaming service is it on?
Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try this year. I'm gonna try to get into some anime this year.
I mean, that one is.
Do it. That's one of my goals.
It was so much fun. Just it's almost like kind of old school kung fu stuff where you have this kid that has this ability that he doesn't realize that he has, and finds this group of people that are trying to kind of hone that ability within him, and then it's just like they balance the shenanigans and the seriousness of everything that they're doing very well. So it doesn't feel like one of those super cheesy, like, oh God, it's just a bunch of yelly kids running around. So it's a really nice balance between serious and fun.
Yes. I watched it. I did enjoy it, I have to say. Like I quite enjoyed watching the whole season. The last episode though, the fight sequences were amazing. Even I said that. I was like, I'm not as big an anime fan as Jasmine, but I was like, I wasn't sure about the show because it was a bit of
it's horror.
Like possession type stuff,
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big fan of stuff like that, but once you got past that, I actually did quite enjoy the show, and the animation is really phenomenal. So, okay, it's the one show that we're all going to say. It's the one show that we're all going to say Invincible.
Yeah.
Oh no! I said Invincible at the midway one, so I wanted to give a different one.
Okay, go on.
So, all right, it was between two of them,
but
I didn't finish Bad Batch. I'm not done with it yet.
That's my other one.
If I finished it by now, that definitely would have been my one. So I'm gonna go with What If. For sure.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was one of those shows. Like every week, I was really tuned in.
Yeah, I was hyped for that.
Yeah.
Which episode of What If was your favorite?
I definitely love T'Challa. If he was Star-Lord, I love that one. I loved it. What If Ultron won? That was just crazy. And the one where with Nick Fury was kind of, I forget the name of the title of that one, but Nick Fury and pretty much the Avengers was. I don't want to spoil it, but something was happening to the Avengers.
That's already been out. Spoil it. Spoil that.
But they was getting taken out one by one, pretty much by somebody crazy. So that was another one that I liked. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I like the Zombies episode too.
Oh,
the Zombies one was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they're getting
the Marvel Zombie ones was good.
Peggy Carter was one of my favorites, just because I like
Yeah,
to see a big, tall, badass woman fighting Nazis. Hell yeah!
I was gonna say
that's where they had her looking like China.
Yeah. They kicked it off right with that one for sure.
Yeah,
they had her looking like China.
I actually like the final episode. Like, what if the Watcher gets involved or breaks his rule or whatever it is?
Wow.
See, but that was the thing. I didn't know that the Watcher had powers besides watching.
Right, exactly. That was.
I didn't know he had powers. That was.
I always love the Watcher in the comics when something big happens and you see him standing watching. So I always thought that was pretty cool. Like
Yeah, I mean, it made me want to go dig into my collection again and read remember the series that they had, Who Killed the Watcher?
Oh yeah.
From like 2000, I want to say 2014, I believe it was. That was like a big event.
Oh yeah, was it Original Sin or something?
Original Sin.
Yeah. I haven't read that, but yeah, I do know that he got killed off. So.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Okay, so Amir, yours is
What If?
Yeah. Fable, what about yours?
Oh yeah, well it was hard. It was either between Justice League, the Snyder Cut, or Invincible.
Oh no, or just the animated TV series.
No, Snyder Cut wasn't animated. Oh, that was live action? You serious?
Oh
man, no, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Are we talking about the
Can someone do like a status check on Fable over there? Like, just go knock on that door real quick to make sure that he's all right.
Definitely Invincible,
Fable
guys.
threw me off then. I was like,
Yeah. I wanted to see who would catch on to that one. I mean, the whole thing's animated, right? I mean, let's be honest here. But anyway, Invincible, bro. Invincible was great, fantastic. It had great animation. It was visceral.
Subway scene. I mean, that subway. Oh my god.
Yeah.
subway scene.
Oh,
That was
for
fucked
being a
up.
cartoon,
He
man.
takes him like that, and he's
Yeah.
watching everybody
Yeah.
die in front of him. He's crushed. Oh my
Crazy.
god!
Crazy.
I mean, I'm a big fan of things like Fist of the North Star, Ninja Scroll, things like that. And if you're into that, Invincible, whew,
Yeah.
it takes that to the next level.
I didn't expect Invincible to be as good as it was. I remember watching the first episode with my dad, and I was like, even my dad, like me and my dad just watched it together, and like my mum wasn't there. My dad said, "We'd never be able to watch this if your mum was here." I was like, honestly, it was so good. It was so unexpectedly dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was well voice acted.
Oh, yeah.
Great drama, great
Yes.
heartfelt moments too. You know, it was real
Yeah.
soft at times.
Hell
But
yeah.
when it got hard, it got really hard. Like, and for animated thing to, you still be like, oh, I can't believe he did that. Like,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Very
that was
well
another
done.
series I was screaming about every week. I was like, oh, my
Oh yeah. Like at
God,
the end of that first episode, I was like, what?
What?
It's only the
Yeah,
first
me too.
episode
Right.
and they're doing all of this?
Right.
This is crazy.
But have you, any of you guys read the comic? Like, I never read the comic.
Oh,
and-
I never read
I
the comic
started
either.
reading the
Yeah.
comics, but the comics there's a much like
Yeah,
it's a
it
much
is.
slower ramp up. They're
Yeah.
still really good, but like anybody who has Comixology Unlimited, some of those Invincible comics are part of Unlimited, so you can kind of read them if you're already paying for the subscription. But yeah, it's way slower. But they said that they brought that the Omni-Man reveal up faster in the series because they wanted people to come back.
Yeah.
Because that reveal doesn't happen in the comics for like I think 2 volumes, not until the end of the
Wow.
second volume.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep seeing the compendium.
I was gonna say with TV, you've got to hook people in quicker, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can still do that, but yeah,
Especially with evil Superman, you know, that's for who
Yeah.
is.
Right.
What if he was evil, you know?
And it's good that they did it animated, because if that was live action, I mean, it'd be the most violent, bloodiest movie of all time.
They wouldn't have been able to make that live action. Like we already got The Boys. Like Amazon would not have been able to do this one live action.
But it was a good choice. It was a good choice because they wanted to bring that.
The Boys,
you know,
so you could do this.
Yeah, definitely a good choice to go.
If you can do The Boys, you can definitely do Invincible live action. I think they're still talking about doing a live action Invincible, though. I'm sure they are. Maybe I'm making stuff up now. But,
no, I know they're working on a second
season.
season.
I'm say they're coming back, and I think it's going to be more episodes too.
Oh yeah.
I want to say they're saying 20, but
yeah, they said 20. They did say 20.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
That's too many.
But they're like half hour, right? Almost.
No, they're an hour.
They're about
an hour. Damn, them shits move fast. Okay. So yeah, but 20. I'm not mad. They'll probably split it up. You know what I'm saying?
Split it.
Yeah.
I bet they'll split it. They'll drop 10 and then they'll drop another 10 later.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't get why they say season 2. They may as well call it season 2 and then season 3. So,
right.
But yeah. Anyway, so Big Home, that was your favorite as well, was it? Invincible.
Yeah, Invincible. You guys knocked it out. What If, Invincibles, and Bad Batch. That's all the shows that's watched this year.
That's it for me too.
To be honest, Invincible was my favorite. I would say What If would be a second. So you guys have said enough about those. I won't jump in. But Kay, what about you?
I mean, mine's is What If, but if I had to pick something else like out of like the norm, I would probably have to go with F is for Family. I know they just recently released their episodes. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It's on Netflix. Just a fucking hilarious show with Bill Burr. I think it like takes place in like I want to say the 70s. So it's kind of like it's funny, man. It's just you gotta watch it. It's just random, and it's like The Simpsons and Family Guy, but like on steroids, man. Yeah, man. F is for Family. It's on Netflix. Man. I think they're on season 5, and it's just yeah, just fucking hilarious. Like
maybe if I've got a spare month, I'll do it. Like,
I mean, they're quick. I mean, the episodes I think are only like 30 minutes, and you can knock out. I mean, you're a binger, man. You can watch that real quick.
I don't binge watch everything, like, but yeah.
no, man. Every time we do, that's the way you made it sound, man. You're like, oh man, I'm gonna go on Christmas break. I'm about to binge a couple things. Man, you sound like a binger, man.
I've got 10 years off. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, so I know that it's like my backlog catch-up time, right?
You got to put that on a T-shirt for you, Mark.
What's that?
Yeah.
I'm a
That's gotta be
Benger.
your new nickname, Mark. I remember you were looking for a nickname. There you go, man. Mark the Binger, man.
I'm sure there could be worse names out there.
Nah, man. That's a cool name, man. That could be a comic book, the
I
Binger.
like that. The Benger.
At least it isn't something horrible. So, anyway, right, best movie of 2021. So, let's go, Fable. Yeah, have you watched many
man,
movies
I think
this
I
year?
gotta sit this one out because
You gotta sit
I've
this one
been
out.
watching.
No,
Yeah,
no
I've been
worries.
watching just YouTube videos and old movies for the YouTube videos that we do. You know, so
Yeah.
I haven't
And
really caught too much from this year. Be really
That's
honest
okay.
to give you a real best of. You know.
No problem. What about you, Herm? You in the same place? Or?
No, I've watched a few. I mean, it's kind of hard to name a favorite movie after what we got this week. You know what I mean? Like, you know, what we got this week was just, that's
Right.
why I'm wearing the hat. But
Facts.
I'm not gonna that will No Way Home is my favorite movie, but I'm gonna push that aside for now because it just came out. There's a few of them I liked. I a lot controversial. A lot of people didn't enjoy Black Widow, but I did. You know what I mean? But if I have to say it's a little hard for me, but I'm gonna have to say Suicide Squad was my favorite.
It's a good choice.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good
it's
one.
just so like it's literally Invincibles, but Suicide Squad style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I took my wife; she doesn't like any of that stuff, and she's like, "Oh, why'd you take me to see this? I didn't know it was gonna be like this." You know? So,
Yeah, I need more John Cena. I can't wait for that.
oh my God, he was so good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
He
looking
was so
forward to that
good,
too.
so funny.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he got that spotlight because I'm a wrestling fan, and yes, I like John Cena. Like I got ridiculed for years for liking John Cena. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Even
you're
though
a
a lot of
Cena
people
guy?
can't see him. You know what I mean? It's hard to see him. You can see him on the screen.
I don't know, man. Ever since he followed me on Twitter, I'm a fan.
He's a good dude, and he's funny. He could do comedy. He could do horror. He could do all that. He's very talented. I love The Rock. He's one of my all-time favorites. When it comes to acting, I think he's more universal. So I'm glad he got that spotlight. He was probably the best part of the movie for me. And of course, I love Harley Quinn, so I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. So I enjoyed all of that. And I love how they kept putting the parts where they're up to every time on the screen, all the letters and all that. Yeah, so he took a lot. I keep forgetting the guy. What's the director's name? Help me out.
James Gunn.
James Gunn.
He
James
kept
Gunn,
taking,
the God.
Yeah. He kept taking jokes from the old movie and throwing them in the movie. You know what I mean? We don't do this, we do that. You know what I mean? Then you got the giant star guy, Star You. You know, it was so ridiculous that it was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and Idris Elba, man. Idris Elba was he was so good, in fact, that I wanted a Bloodsport comic that week. Like, I was like, DC, get on it. I need a Bloodsport comic right now.
They would start expecting once he saw that, you know.
Yeah, man. After watching that movie, I went and bought the Peacemaker 4-issue mini that they came out with in the 80s, man.
Nice.
Incredible stuff, man.
You know, John Cena, like, so I watched Fast 9, and I was like, John Cena is a terrible actor. I was like, he was awful. Anyway, I had to, like...
Nah, man, that's because it's fantastic. That's because it's the Fast and the Furious.
No, I had to walk...
Those are terrible movies.
Look, I admit, I had to walk that back, right? So Suicide Squad, I thought he was flipping hilarious. Like, but then the movie for me, which sold me on John Cena, was Vacation Friends.
That's the one.
Oh yeah. That movie was amazing. I forgot about that movie.
Honestly,
that movie was hilarious.
I keep telling you this. Okay, John. Now, as soon as you said you didn't like John Cena when we did Fast 9, I was like, that's because you have not seen Cock Blockers. Okay, go and watch Cock Blockers.
Cock Blockers is good.
John Cena is so freaking funny in Cock Blockers. It is just, it's stupid.
I gotta see that.
Like,
Oh yeah.
you guys keep giving me things to watch and read.
I'm telling you, man, mark the binger, bro.
The
Mark the
binger.
binger.
I'm gonna stay up to 10 a.m. now. Like, and just watch all this stuff. But honestly, Vacation Friends, like, I forgot
that is a freaking awesome movie.
It's actually that's probably like one of the best comedies of this year. So.
Oh, for sure.
It's not the best movie of the year. But
I forgot about that movie, man.
Okay. So, go on, man. Go on.
I'm gonna bring. All right, so Shang Chi was mine. That was my one.
Same.
I was in love with that movie. I was in love with that movie. I love how like that bus scene just reminded me of like Jackie Chan type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, that's so awesome that they were showing him some love with that. And I heard the director actually wants Jackie Chan to come to the MCU. So they're working on that, I think, behind the scenes. But that was the movie.
Until yesterday.
Yesterday morning. So I'm gonna do it, my man. I'm gonna bring Spider-Man back in. I'm gonna bring Spider-Man back in. That was amazing. I'm not gonna spoil it. I know Kay's gonna go see it, and people still haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm seeing it in a couple hours.
Oh my god, man.
It's hard. It's hard not to spoil it. It's hard to talk about that movie and
Without
not spoil it.
Yeah, you can't like. But if you are a fan of Spider-Man, it is a great film.
That's all we want to say.
It's so good.
Beautiful movie.
You guys should. I need you guys to zip it.
Say no more.
Yeah,
I'm gonna jump on with them here. Honestly, Spider-Man: No Way Home, best movie of 2021.
Oh my god, so good.
Literally one of the best films. I'm so glad it was the last film of 2021. Well, actually, I know we got the Matrix between Christmas.
Yeah, but I don't think the Matrix is going to do what everybody thinks that the Matrix is going to do. Because I have not heard anything great yet.
The trailers look cool. The trailers look cool for Matrix.
No, I think the Matrix is going to do what everybody exactly thinks it's going to do.
Flop.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a terrible movie. So yeah. Sometimes you got to leave things alone, right? So,
yes.
Yes.
But they also put it too close to the Spider-Man movie. You don't do that, man. It's separated, man. You got no chance. Man.
And then I think they're gonna put it on HBO Max as well, too, right? Like it's
the only way I think the Matrix 4 is going to work is if they admit that the John Wick has been in the Matrix for the last 10 years.
I'm like, we could get another haircut.
Man, I have a confession to make. I have never seen a Matrix movie ever.
You need to get off of this podcast right now. Shame on you.
All right, guys.
Shame on you.
At least watch the first one. I'll say that.
I'm not so down on it. I think I don't know if it'll be as good as Spider-Man because I haven't seen Spider-Man, but I've seen the reaction to Spider-Man and almost it's universal. Like this movie is fantastic. Like everybody's saying it. So I don't think it's gonna reach that height. Plus, I mean, the Matrix is great, but I mean Spider-Man is like he's a global icon. I mean, it's not gonna, you can't. It's like apples and oranges.
Well, numbers to numbers, it's never going to catch up because The Matrix is rated R. So Spider-Man being a kids movie is always going to outperform anything that's a little heavier.
I did see a trailer that kind of juxtaposed the first movie, which is my favorite movie, and I think it's a groundbreaking science fiction movie, with this latest movie, and they're playing with some things, But it might be.
Are we talking about the Matrix?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about the Matrix. Okay,
it might be a little too deep. It might fly over a lot of people's heads at first. It might warrant 2 watches, 3 watches, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't know if it's going to fly necessarily.
Yeah. Well, Keanu had said like when they approached him, he was like, "Yeah, this is awesome, but I died." Like, he's like, I mean, I'll do it, but like, I don't know how this is going to work because
great way to spoil the Matrix for me.
I'm so sorry that 20-year spoiler warning. Sorry, Kay.
I think like there's like there's a rule here. Like if it's like within a week, maybe a few months.
Nah, I don't care. I'm just
20 years.
I'm probably not gonna watch it to be honest. So.
Have you seen The Sixth Sense? I've got something to tell you. Like, have you seen the Titanic?
Man. I had the bootleg. Of the Titanic when it came out. It came with 2 VHSs.
Yeah, 2 VHSs. It was too damn long to put on one tape.
I had to get 2 VHSs. You know how much that was at the bootleg, man?
Man.
$2. Anyway, so for me, No Way Home, best movie of the year.
Yep, same.
So Jasmine, best movie of the year.
Same.
Amir, was your best movie of the year was No Way Home?
That's right. That's all I'm gonna say.
Big Herm was Suicide Squad. Is that right?
Yeah, that's not including.
He pushed Spider-Man.
It's not fair, you know.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a show for you, you know. I was trying to make it, something to talk about. So
He's trying to make it interesting.
Thank you.
Not just a No Way Home panel. Yeah, okay. This is the No Way Home part of the show, right? Okay. So,
nah, I got a favorite movie.
Yeah, go on then, Kay. Come on.
My favorite movie was Clifford the Big Red Dog.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. That's the best movie of 2021. That's the best movie of 2021. Damn it! I stand on that.
Lies around. Even I'm not going to watch that film. So.
That is almost as bad as Justice League was animated.
Man, Justice League was a waste of 4 hours, but Clifford the Big Red Dog, amazing.
Take that back.
I will not walk back. I will not walk back that comment. 4 hours of my life gone, and I want him back.
I love that extended that car.
I enjoyed it.
I mean, it was all right. It was okay. I've had to walk this back before and really think about it. I mean, the cyborg part of the movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
Everything else after that, the only thing I didn't like was that there was no definitive ending to Justice League because technically, because they gave us those off-kiltered scenes that made no sense at the end.
Yeah.
And then you got Martian Manhunter, who's like, I've seen everything, and was just chilling back like the Eternals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
He was like, I've seen everything, but I wanted to make sure that he's like, I knew you guys could handle it without me just sitting there and just popping popcorn watching you guys fight things. So.
Only DC can get me to watch this movie twice and not like it twice.
And that's the thing too. I think, and I feel like Eternals did Justice League better than Justice League.
No, it did not. Now, listen, hold on. At least with the Justice League, the actors had chemistry. The actors in the Eternals had no fucking chemistry whatsoever. Like everyone was so flat in that film, and it was just like.
Yeah, it was. Okay, it was. I'm not gonna
what are we doing here with this? Like,
I liked
somebody
Eternals.
do something.
I didn't love the Eternals.
I mean,
nobody watched.
I have to say Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek, man. That's Bay for life. So now.
No, I was just gonna ask: Did anybody watch Dune? Because I heard Dune was fantastic as well.
I fell asleep on Dune.
You know what? They were giving that on HBO Plus for like a couple weeks, man. And every time I was planning on sitting down to watch it, I didn't watch it. I think I ended up throwing on Clifford before getting
so with Dune, I'll be honest with you, like visually amazing. I think the soundtrack's amazing. Most of the acting is good. Like 90% of the acting, I would say, is strong enough. I didn't enjoy it though. Like I know saying that like people are probably going to shoot me down for it, but I just didn't enjoy it. Like it didn't.
I know people that loved it. I know people that were just like, you know.
Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt when it ended. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah. Like, I think the trouble is part one of a two or three part story, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've never watched any of the originals. I don't know anything about Dune. But I know that, like they said, because of how well it did, it's getting a part two. I'm like, okay, well, when's part two coming? Like 4 years from now? Like, basically, it all kind of gets going, and it's like a 2.5 hour film. It all gets going in like the last 10 minutes. And apparently, I can't remember who's behind Dune now, but apparently they wanted to make like a 3 or 4 hour movie or something, and the studio said no. They should have made the 4 hour movie. They should have made the 4 hour movie.
It's the same guy that did the new Blade Runner, Denis Villeneuve.
It was all right. Is all I can say. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could watch it and you'd probably be the same. Or I know there's a lot of love for that film. But
I've been here. I've heard it.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised, man. We were talking about sci-fi, man. How could nobody mention that one sci-fi movie that came out that was really good? with Star-Lord in it. I forgot the name of it, and the name is
Oh,
escaping
the
me.
Amazon joint.
Yeah, the Amazon one.
The one where they travel to the future tomorrow.
The Tomorrow War?
Yeah, Tomorrow War. That was a
That's
good one.
because
That was
it's a terrible
actually
movie.
Not bad.
Nah.
That wasn't bad.
That was
But
not
no
terrible.
promote.
That
They
was
didn't
not
even
a
promote that
terrible
movie.
That was not a terrible
I liked
movie.
that movie.
They didn't even promote that movie until like a day before it came out. At least I didn't see any promotion for it.
It was really good. Man, Amazon had that on Amazon boxes. What are you talking about? You guys don't got Prime?
No, I watched it on Prime.
I watched it. Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, I watched it.
That was a really good one.
It was not going to fit in my best of though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was no Clifford the Big Red Dog, you know?
Oh my god.
What is going on in Jersey? You guys
seriously.
Can you go over to Jersey and sort him out? Right, okay. So not everybody may have this category. So we're relying mainly on Kay and Namir here, but best album of 2021. Let's go, Namir.
I'm going with Silk Sonic. I've been waiting for that album with Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. I love both those guys. I grew up on R&B and disco classics. My dad would not let me touch the radio, so I know all that old school stuff, the Temptations and just Jodeci and all that stuff, like all those great R&B groups. And these two dudes just came in and just completely shut it down, man. Like I still listen to that album. So Silk Sonic, man. If you want some smooth R&B with some real instruments, like ain't no sampling or anything like that on there. It's a dope one. Kay just, he brought out the cassette tape last week.
Oh wow!
Man. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I can pull it. It's actually close by, right over here.
Yeah. So
you got to explain to the youngins what the hell that's going to be.
Look at that. Look at
you know what? I'm actually seriously considering getting like a record and tape player again. Like, I'm fed up with digital. Digital's convenient, right? No, digital's convenient, but I like the idea of like actually having the media, like and putting it in the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just got a record player for Christmas last year or my birthday last year. I forget which one, or my anniversary. I forget, but I got one, and I just been digging for vinyls and stuff now. So that's like one of my new addictions. So yeah. Silk Sonic for me, man. So I mean, that's it. I don't need no more music for the rest of the year. I'm good. I'm good.
What about you, Kay?
Man, it was so much music that I listened to this year, man. But my favorite, I would have to say Czarface. It was Czarface and MF Doom. They did an album called Super What. Now Czarface is like a comic book. It's like comics. It fuses my two things that I love the most: hip hop and comic books. So it had the great MF Doom, the legend that passed away last year. So it was dope to hear some posthumous work from him. But I mean, that was the album that I was most excited about this year was that, because inside the if you bought the vinyl or the CD book or the CD, you got it was a comic that was inside of it. That was really cool. So I mean, and they I could show you some more stuff. I have stuff, but like they released this like this wasn't like this was an album that they released, but as you can see, it looks like Secret Wars 8.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just a huge fan. Czarface is Inspector Deck of Wu-Tang. I think we're noticing a theme here. It's esoteric, and so just I mean, if you guys have a chance, man, Apple Music, Spotify, definitely listen to it. You'll like it. It's just hip hop with comic references and stuff. So it's really cool.
It was a dope album.
Yeah.
Dope album.
Fable, did you guys listen to any music, like new music? I mean, I always tend to go back to the old stuff, but like, did you guys pick out anything new this year or not?
I didn't really listen to too much music. The albums I did listen to were kind of disappointing. I don't feel like people make good albums anymore. They're too long or too short. You know what I mean? I was really excited for. I know they're commercial as hell, but I like Drake and Kanye, and I think both of them dropped the ball with Donda and Certified Lover Boy. I think they were both weak.
You walk that back. That Certified Lover Boy was classic. I'm just kidding.
No, hey, listen.
I always say that to
They both have great tracks. but there's too much on. There's a lot you could cut off of that and make a tighter album.
What I was saying.
But I think this came out this year, but I'm not sure. I think I was really feeling Nas's album, man.
Oh yeah,
Nas's last album. I think Nas's last album was pretty decent. Yeah, it was a really good. It had his old flavor in it, but it had some new flavor. You know, inviting those young guys like Fabio Foreign and all those guys on the album. So, I would probably have to say Nas, but I haven't listened to a lot, so take that with a grain of salt.
That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
I'm the same as you, but Herm, did you happen to pick up anything new or not?
Throughout the year, lately I haven't been listening to a whole lot. Mostly podcasts. I heard this one called Geeks Unleashed. That's pretty good. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I agree.
Yeah, I might know that.
Yeah, but I do listen to a lot of that, especially at work. But when I do listen to music, I listen to old school stuff that I like. But so I really don't have one for this year. The only one that I kind of like is the Billie Eilish, the new one she came out with. Higher than ever, where she changed her whole image and all that, and people went crazy over that. And but I like her music. Her music's pretty good. So she tries to do a little bit of everything. People that she grew up listening to and throws in her music. So I didn't really listen to the whole thing, but I'll say that one because I really haven't listened to a lot of albums. I just want to give you something, so that's the one I gave you.
I mean,
it's fine. It's fine.
Billie Eilish is cool. It's just, I think her face bothers me, but she got big chesticles. So I guess that makes sense. Let's stop.
Her face bothers me. Is that because she hasn't got a beard?
Fun fact about Billie Eilish, if anybody has ever played Mass Effect, Billie Eilish's mom is Samara, who is an Asari in Mass Effect 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Mass Effect, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Nice.
Nah, you know, if it ain't Clifford the dog, I don't figure it out.
Listen, Kay, listen.
Oh man.
Amir, when you come back next week or whenever your next episode is, just remember to give Kay shit for this. You can't let this go. You need to let your listeners know.
I'm sorry, man. I haven't seen Spider-Man like everybody else did.
Okay, so Jasmine, any new music that you like this year?
I haven't listened to any albums this year, but I will say my favorite song from this year is from an anime called Skate the Infinity. The song is called Paradise by a band named Rude Alpha. It is a bop. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, hold up, let me pause this anime and let me go find this song on some platform and buy it so that I can put it on my phone. And so I have been listening to it nonstop all year.
Amazing. You know, I'm the same. Like, I think Amir and Kay, like, they are like music people, but I tend to just always filter back to what I like, and a lot of that stuff what I like was between sort of 15 and 25, and I'm older than that now, as you all know. Unfortunately, I skated around 40 this year, so but I tend to go back to what I like, but I tried to make some effort, and I did find, it wasn't an album, I did find an EP from a girl. I've got it in front of me, I don't know, like, it's gonna come up on the screen. Anyway, Holly Humberstone, like, she's done an EP, it came out in 2021. It's sort of indie alternative, it's very relaxed, chilled out. You can imagine just like having a glass of wine or something like that, and it's like some of her lyrics, like, just, she's a young girl, I don't know, like early 20s. But even when I'm listening to it, there's something kind of like nostalgic about it that I kind of really related to. So I would recommend just giving her EP a listen. Like if you're just into something more chilled, like, you know, you want to chill in the evening and stuff like that, I would say, like, I sort of said it to somebody else and they said it gave them goosebumps. I was like, so yeah, I'd 100% like recommend something like that if you're in a mood for a bit more chilled out kind of vibe. So, but yeah, I tend to flick back to what I like a lot of the time. So I try to make the effort to listen to something new.
I mean, if you guys like, you know, instrumental stuff, Flying Lotus, he did the soundtrack for Yasuki. Am I saying it right? Yasuki, there we go. He did the soundtrack for that. It's actually really dope, man. Flying Lotus is a beast. So, you know, that soundtrack was fire. So if you like just to hear some, some background music while you're reading or whatever, that's a good one to put on and just vibe out to.
Okay.
But anything Flying Lotus, but that's a good one.
I'm gonna check that out because I listen to a lot of instrumental stuff. Like I listen to a lot of EDM, but more like the lo-fi version.
Yeah,
that's usually my speed. So I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, no,
if you like lo-fi, you should check out a producer by the name of Jay Dilla.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay, cool. Or what's even the best album of the year, man? You guys won't believe it, man, but it's a soundtrack to this great movie called Clifford the Big Red Dog.
How much are they paying you? How much are they paying you?
What is going on, dude?
I feel like we have stepped into some kind of multiverse. Like, what is happening right now?
Next, I want to see you on Instagram with a T-shirt wearing that big red dog. Honestly.
Oh man, if I can find merch, it's a wrap. I'm buying it.
We'll just get Jay to make it for you, Kev.
Amir is like, in 2022, I'm gonna have a new co-host.
Right.
Nah, it doesn't get any better than this, man. It doesn't get any better than this, man. That's my guy.
Look, we run through our best of segments, and I obviously want guys to say firstly, thank you all for joining us for the show.
Yes, thank you so much.
A really nice way to end the final episode of 2021. With my homies in America. So
Mark, wait, you're coming to New York in
April.
April, right? Yeah. Because I remember you hit me up about it while I was at a Yankee game, and I was in between eating a delicious steak sandwich, and it was a filet mignon sandwich. I was like, hell yeah. Definitely gotta go out there. We should do a podcast. I promise I won't talk about Clifford.
Can we get that in writing?
So the plan is Fable and Big Herman are going to meet up with me, and Jasmine may potentially be there as well. But we're all trying something. Hopefully, Amir can come back home for the weekend.
Yeah, that would be dope, man.
Hey, that'll be in April. That'd be kind of close.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of close to me.
Yeah.
What is that close to your wedding?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want that to be public knowledge for sure. I'd rather my love for Clifford the Big Red Dog. No,
is he going to be there too?
Yeah, he might be. He might be. Yeah.
Don't worry.
But I got a question for everybody. All right. So we just did the whole, the best of for this year.
Yeah.
Any predictions on maybe movies that you hear that are coming next year, or any comics that you might have heard that you might think is going to be super dope for next year? I'm going with the Batman. I think that is going to shut things down.
That's a great
one.
I'm
looking
really
forward to that.
Batman.
Hell yeah!
Wait, which one? Aren't they doing like 2 Batmans this year, or is it just one?
It's Flashpoint is going to have Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Flashpoint joint. That's a flash.
I just hope they bring it back the Batman suit with the nipples. You know what I
mean? Kay's doing his best to derail this show.
This is what you get every Thursday.
Nobody ever should have let Joel Schumacher touch Batman. Nobody ever.
No, man, that soundtrack had Prince on it, man. You can't do that.
True.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
I think the Robert Pattinson Batman, I actually looking forward to. I think Robert Pattinson's actually going to do a really good job.
Wait, he got they have what's her name in there? That's one of my baby mothers.
Yeah. Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, my baby mother.
Yeah, that's my baby mother.
Anyway. Right, okay, look, we're going to wrap things up. I just want to say, thanks to, firstly, you guys all for joining us on this episode. I also want to say thanks to everyone that's jumped on throughout the year. I mean, Big Herman's your first time on the show, but the 3 of you have also been on the show. It's the second time for all of you, but just thanks to anyone listening, all the listeners, all the commenters, all the likes, all the shares, just all the love in the community. On Instagram, we seem to just, be mixing and vibing with everyone. It's just amazing. So just thanks a lot. Thanks to the guests, thanks to the people we've interviewed, thanks to the people that joined our book club. It's been great. Me and Jasmine, we love doing it, but we love doing it with you guys as well. So me and Jasmine love to talk, so it's just great to have a
It's
platform.
true.
My thing is, are you going to bring us back to do it again next year, though?
I don't know, man. Is there going to be a Clifford sequel that we need to talk about?
I don't know. It's like, we can do it again, but you can't mention Clifford the Big Red Dog.
I literally was about to say you're all welcome other than Kay, so 100% would have you all back. Kay, you're going to need to talk. I'm only joking. Obviously, you're all welcome back. So look, we had some great conversations in 2021. I hope we have more conversations in 2022. Before we go though, virtually around the room, where can people find you? Go, Amir.
You can find us on Paperbacks and Soundtracks on Instagram. We're pretty much everywhere where podcasts are found. Every Thursday we're out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're on Stitcher now, Audible, YouTube, all that good stuff, man. I'm not taking a break. We got some things we got coming up, but we already took a couple of breaks already. So we're just gonna keep it rocking and rolling. I'm gonna keep Kay busy throughout this year, man. We got some things that we want to continue to build. So, just continue to support us, man, and go get that merch. We got Paperbacks and Soundtracks merch. Kay's got our hoodie on, man. So everybody that's been, checking us out, we're definitely going to have you guys on for sure. We want to pick your brains, for reads of the week and stuff like that, and see what you guys are reading and everything. So.
Well, give us a heads up because I need time to watch Clifford the Big Red Dog first.
Definitely.
I'll tell you what, why don't you have us on and we'll do a special?
Yeah, we'll just do a whole spoiler review for Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah, do a clip. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's gonna be the best episode. Wow.
Let's do a Clifford episode. Let us know. Maybe we'll jump on in January for Clifford.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it, man. It's on Paramount Plus. So.
Twice.
Okay, Fable, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at One Collection Down. And doing the Blame Fable with Missing Link and Big Herm every Sunday night at 6 p.m. and starting on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. We're gonna do the Let's Talk About It Remastered with Missing Link and myself. So that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that's where you can find me on Instagram, man, all day.
Amazing, man. If when you need us, let us know. We'll be back. So
for sure. I want all of you guys on there now. I want you guys now.
We need Jasmine to come in.
Let's do it. We gotta do a watch along, man. For the Big Red Dog. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. We do a movie segment. I would not be opposed to it. I'll tell you that.
Let's do it. Oh, there we go. It's ready. See, ready, man. Look at this, man. I'm generating content, man.
We could do a crossover.
I might come back and be like, Jasmine, I watched Clifford the Red Dog.
I'm gonna mute that phrase. I'm gonna mute that phrase from all of my socials so that I never see anything about Clifford the Big Red Dog ever again.
Watch. When you guys put it out, there's gonna be comments. People are gonna be like, "Yo, Clifford was fire." Yeah.
Right. On that note, Big Herm, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me Big Herm Collectibles on all the things, Instagram, all the things, all this Facebook, all that. You can find me there on the YouTube, of course. The fine gentleman that just talked. Let's talk about it remastered. That's gonna be my new show, our new show. Let's talk about it remastered Wednesday night.
My new show. That's my new show. And when are you doing the Red Dog?
I have to have a staff meeting with that. It's just not just me. It's two other guys. So maybe we'll sit down. Let you know when.
Have you hold on before you go, Big Herm? Have you got a collectible of the year?
Do I have a collectible of the year?
Like a favorite thing, collectible of the year.
Oh,
your Big Herm collectibles. Come on.
No, I love everything, man. I can't choose one thing. It's all good.
Have I put you in a tough spot?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna cheat and say this Madam Web pop figure right here that just came in the mail. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Right here, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah. So you'll find stuff like that on my channel. I have a whole video weekly too, that I do that I pick up from my local comic book shop. and a lot of people say I pick up the whole comic book shop. So
Yeah, man. Yo, your background, it looks like, man, it does look like the shelves at mine, man.
He lives at the shop. So.
And thank you guys for having me. This was a blast. I hope to do it again with you guys, for real.
Absolutely.
100%. We'll have you back
Thank you
by
so
the look
much.
of it for the Red Dog video. Anyway, so you can find Geeks Unleashed everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're all there. Like I say, Instagram seems to be where we kind of chat to the most amount of people, but just everyone come say hi. And yeah, man, that's it.
Happy Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah,
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas. And
Yeah.
watch Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And you know, that's all I have to say really. So we're gonna drop out, but just thanks to everyone who jumped in on the chat.
Yes, thank
Tim
y'all.
Lurley, Brothers in Armchairs, you know, everyone that joined in. So just appreciate it. So everyone have a good evening, and we're gonna drop you all out. I'm gonna drop you all out one at a time, and then
Good journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good journey, as they say. Anyway, but thanks guys for joining us. So we'll drop you all out one at a time, and then I'll end the show. Okay. Cheers.
All right.
And Jasmine, we will see you soon.
We will be taking a break, a much deserved break. We will be back in 2022. Thank you so much for all of your support through this year. And here's to a bigger and better one next year.
100%. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.